Hey guys, I'm Mohammed and today we are diving into the world of nofap, and also we're going to be revealing some truth about nofaps and how does it actually work. And it actually works against all the beliefs we have in our mind that has been put by school system and matrix system and all the other systems together. So also, in this video I'm going to be revealing a step-by-step guide how to actually make it work, I mean nofap, for you, and to get rid of that sort of, embarrassment from yourself. So, it has 3 steps. Nofap literally has 3 steps, and first of all, before starting to explain these steps, I want to tell my own story about nofap. And I have a really unique story, which it was in the summer, and in Iran, literally in summer, it is like our free month to go everywhere we want, and we don't have actually school during this 3-month time. So I was working at a job at the same time in this summer actually, and one night I was sweating. It was, I don't know, 2 or 3 p.m. I was sitting in a hall of our home. All of my family members were asleep, and I was literally there going for round 3. You know what I mean? Exactly. I jacked off my deck, 2 times, and I was going for round 3 because it was really the one thing that would actually give some pleasure to me. So as I was checking my VPN and I was getting some new connections on my VPN app, and I was scrolling, and I went to actually that porno site, and I was really scrolling after scrolling, and literally just a second I stopped and told myself, man, it was like, what the fuck I'm doing with myself? I busted my nut for 2 times. My pee-pee was hurting so much, and I was eagerly going for round 3, so doesn't matter. Let's go for the full step-by-step guide. And yep, what is the step 1? Step 1 is stop counting the days you haven't jacked off. So we have a lot of people in common that they all count the days they are in nofap. They set strikes actually for themselves. So I used to do this, and every time I used to jack off, it was about, I don't know, 2 years ago, and I used to immediately rush to my calendar, my real world physical calendar, and like some prisoners, draw something on it to actually illustrate that, alright, I'm a loser. I jacked off, for example, X times this day, actually today. So one of the main reasons you actually don't get results when you get on nofap is you count the days very precisely. You don't trust yourself, you don't trust the game, you don't trust yourself, because it is normal. It's normal. You can't trust yourself after you have jacked off your confident lawyers so much. So I have a friend called Amr Hussein, and we used to actually go out together in summer, and we used to go, like, hang out together and go, I don't know, go out for a dinner or a lunch in restaurants, or even a walk. And he would ask me like some stupid questions like, are you clean? I can see, for example, behind your eyes. Are you clean? Have you jacked off? Have you jacked off? For example, today, yesterday, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And I was asking the same question from me. So this was literally so bad for us, because I'll say very soon why counting the days you are on nofap is the worst strategy for you. So number one is that you're always, when you count the days you're on nofap, you're always trying to trying and working mentally to push yourself out of that zone, which it's like, let's make it easier. You're always in your head speaking with yourself, don't jack off today, oh, don't jack off today, I want to come home, I don't want to jack off today, I don't want to jack off today, I'm not gonna jack off today, I'm not gonna watch more, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna be strong, I'm gonna go to the gym, I wanna go approach that girl, I wanna go study my lessons. And your mentality is really fucked up. It is fucked up. So this was number one disadvantage. And number two is that when you have literally failed, which isn't failure, especially in life, we have some ups and downs. So it doesn't matter if if you're on nofap and jack off, for example, 2 times, and that doesn't really matter, I think. Of course, you can put some other responsibilities and embarrass yourself and actually talk bad with yourself, which isn't gonna help you. Emotions never ever will help you, but yeah, for example, you set your strike and you have jacked off, for example, I don't know, 1 time, and you go and circle on the calendar, today I've jacked off once, and then automatically what does your brain do? Your brain starts to generate ideas, and some actually triggers you to go jack off twice that day, because you get a nice excuse. I jacked off once. Why not add it up to 1 more? There's no problem with 1 more jacking off. Why not? Let's go. So that is the real problem, and that's where it gets really difficult to resist. And number 3 is you get a huge feeling of embarrassment, and you shit talk about yourself, you talk bad to yourself, and you start to generate ideas that I'm a failure, I don't have enough deserve to go to talk to women, I don't know, I'm total failure, nobody likes me, I don't have anything to go with in my life is worst, my life is suicidal, I'm gonna suicide, and some other things like that. So what is the solution? The solution is actually really simple. Just stop counting the days you are on nofap. It's that simple. Stop counting the days you're on nofap. Actually, the goal when we get into nofap is to literally put the pressure actually out of ourselves. So we don't want to be like a stressful guy who is like a wanker, and immediately when he finds time he goes jacks off his dick, and then he goes the circle of embarrassment, then he embarrasses himself, talk bad about himself, and then goes to jack off another time, and then again and again and again, and this cycle carries on for a whole month, 2 months, 3 months. It depends on the period. But the solution is stop counting the days. Set a goal for yourself. For example, I've jacked off this month, for example, I don't know, X times. For example, let's say 10 times or 20 times. If I only reduce that to 50 times, or let's say 60 times, 70 times, that's going to be a huge success for me. That's going to be a huge success for me. Because what I'm saying is really weird. I know a lot of guys would dislike me for talking about this, but I want to be honest with you because I've been on nofap. I know what things work and what things doesn't work. So in general, yeah. For example, the goal is to never stop jacking off, because come on, do you think for the rest of your life you're not going to be jacking off? Of course you're going to be jacking off, but the goal here is to reduce it so efficiently that it doesn't hurt you that much mentally and physically. For example, 1 time a month you jack off, or 2 times a month you jack off. So the goal is to reduce that. Or even you can let's say you are in the worst mode on, for example, nofap. You can reduce the time you watch porn. For example, you watch porn, I don't know, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Reduce that. That's a huge success. So step 2. Step 2 is actually progressive overload role, which progressive overload. Yes, progressive overload. So the steps on nofap is that for this step, progressive overload, you have to first of all break your own ego. I mean, for example, don't be too egoistic to not accept that for example, I failed. I need to find some new tactics. And on the other hand, break your beliefs that hold you back from achieving huge success. For example, I don't know, we all have some shit beliefs. For example, our teachers in school, they used to call us with a special name, and they would usually advise us to, guys, jacking off is okay, it stops cancer, it is good for your health, it is, I don't know, what, etc. Some, you know yourself. And item 2 is to actually start to set a goal for yourself, which I explained exactly what to do. For example, you don't count the days you are on nofap. Instead, you're gonna measure how much you have, for example, watched porn in this week. How many times have you jacked off this week? And for the next week, try to actually reduce that. Try to come up with some solutions, journal about it, and in general, yeah, reduce that. That's a huge success. Or you can even count the days where you were clean. For example, we have 30 days on a month. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct, yes. 30 days on a month. So, for example, let's say you have jacked off, I don't know, 20 days or 25 days of it, and you were clean for 5 days or 6 days. The days where you didn't watch porn, you can measure that and increase that. So we have increased overload, or progressive overload, or progressive deload. Deloading means to reduce, and overload means to increase the good habits in our lives. And finally, the step 3, I'm sorry, the step 3 and the last step is the mindset of businessman's failure. Have you ever thought when a businessman fails, for example, he can't get sales, do you think he actually comes home to his wife shouting at her, shouting at his children, oh, I'm a fuck up, I don't know, I'm a total loser, I can't do anything with my life, I'm totally failure, I can't do anything, I haven't done anything, nobody likes me, and so on and so forth. So this is the same with relapsing. So when you relapse, you gotta journal about it, and journaling is the most efficient way I've found in nofap, because when you actually ejaculate, it's like how can I say it? It's like you have a lot of mental and physical pressure on you, so you get to write it so that your thoughts don't actually interrupt you throughout the day. So journal about it, find where did you make a mistake, and the last thing to mention is that remember, we will be keep jacking off the rest of our life, so the goal isn't to stop it, the goal is only to reduce it to the point where it doesn't hurt us. And you have to be your own best friend in this journey. You have to be your own best friend. Don't care about other people, don't care about what they say about you, don't care about your friends that send you bad videos and they trigger you to go watch some porn, and actually block all of them. And you have to be your own best friend when you get on the self-improvement journey. And I hope that this video has helped you guys. You can comment on the video and share some ideas to how my videos are, and if you have liked my videos, I'm a little YouTuber that has started this channel, so you can subscribe me. And that's it. Goodbye.